In German Bundesliga 2024-25 Bundesliga round 14, Tregubov steers the game into a well-known Nimzondian defense normal variation Botvinnik system, testing Gledura's preparation. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight c3. Bishop b4. On e3. King castled kingside. Bishop d3. On d5. On a3. Bishop takes c3 check. This position is typical of Nimzondian defense normal variation Botvinnik system. On takes c3. On takes c4. Bishop takes c4. On c5. Knight e2. Knight c6. Knight g3. Bishop d7. King castled kingside. On e5 it is novelty move. Rook b1. Rook e8. On d5. Threatening pawn takes c6. Knight a5 played by Gledura. Threatening knight takes c4. Bishop e2 played by Tregubov. On e4. On c4. On b6. On f3. Tregubov's idea is to play Queen c2. On takes f3. On takes f3 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight b7 played by Gledura. On takes e4. Knight d6. On e5. Tregubov wants to play on takes f6. Rook e5. Queen e1. On g6. On e4. Knight takes e4. Rook b2. Knight takes g3. Queen takes g3. Rook e4 and seize the initiative. Rook takes e5 played by Gledura. Bishop b2. Threatening bishop takes e5. Queen e7 played by Gledura. Bishop takes e5. Queen takes e5. Queen d3. Rook e8. On e4. On h5. Rook b e1. On g6. Queen f3. Tregubov is looking to play Queen takes f6. Queen takes f6. Rook takes f6 and dominate the board. King g7 played by Gledura. Queen f4. Bishop c8. Queen takes e5. Rook takes e5. Bishop d3. Bishop a6. Rook c1. Knight d7. Rook fe1. Rook e7. Knight h1. Knight e5. Threatening knight takes d3. Knight f2 played by Tregubov. Bishop takes c4. Bishop takes c4. Knight takes c4. Rook c3. Knight d6. King f1. On c4. On a4. On a6. Rook b1. Threatening rook takes b6. Knight d7 played by Gledura. Rook e3. King f6. On g4. On h4. On g5 check. King e5. King e2. King d4. King f3. Knight e5 check. King f4. Threatening rook takes b6. King c5 played by Gledura. Rook a3. On b5. On takes b5. On takes b5. King e3. On b4. Rook a5 check. Knight b5. On d6. Threatening pawn takes e7. Rook b7 played by Gledura. Rook d1. Knight d7. Rook d5 check. King c6. Take a moment to spot the best move for Tregubov. Knight g4 is the right idea because knight takes d6. Rook d4. Rook b6. Rook a d5. King c7. Rook takes d6 position is equal shifting to the main line. King c6. Gledura might go for pawn b3. Knight d1. Pawn c3. Rook a6 check. Rook b6. Rook a4. Pawn c2. Rook c4 check. King b7 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight d1 is not the best move played by Tregubov. Pawn c3. Gledura is planning to play pawn c2. Rook a1. Knight b6. Rook c1. Pawn b3. Rook d3. Knight takes d6. King f4. Knight bc4 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d3 played by Tregubov. Knight c5 check. Rook takes c5 check. King takes c5. Pawn e5. King c6. Rook a6 check. King d5. Knight e3 check. King takes e5. Knight c4 check. King e6. A tough loss for Tregubov, who resigned under pressure.